So I've literally jumped into the hole. This tree's literally 2 foot diameter. And you can see this bank. There's different layers here. Sedimentary. Good morning. This morning we're going to go over and have a look at number 2 dam and ravines, creeks that got into that dam. Cattle are in the yards. I given some minerals and vitamins this morning, and we're right here. And we'll go and have a look, eh? So that's the sand and gravel that's washed into the second dam, which has come out of 3 large ravines and about 3 smaller creeks running into that. Morning, girls. They think I'm going somewhere. Okay, so that's the second dam. And this is the overflow. If you go back to the storm videos, you'll see the amount of water that's coming out of here. We've got behind the dam. Okay, so this is one of the small creeks, and it's crossing. It ends up in that second dam, and down there you can see where I've been killing an antenna. The only thing that does survive is the grass. So this little creek crossing, other than a bit of debris crossing down, it's fine. We have this little tiny meadow here. We come to another little creek crossing. I had to scrape up a few rocks. So there's been a little bit of wash here, and downstream you can see there's been a little bit of wash. So there's a lot more water in this creek than there is in the others. Another small meadow. This was the old road here. We used to come down through here, and the original road used to come down here, across here, across this big hole, and up the other side to the final meadow in the second pasture. So this creek also ends up in that second dam. So what I've had to do is I've had to grade this bank and put 4 pipes in the ground here, a heap of rocks there to just hold the dirt back and sand back, and so I can get access with the machinery into this pasture. There's quite a lot of damage here. Well, not damage, I keep saying that, but it's changing. The geography of the land changes. We've had a tree come down. It's a scrub wattle. And I'll have to get up here to get this fern off this tree. This used to be in the tree. I used to look at this when I come past, but the creek has changed considerably, and this rot, you can see that rot in this tree. That's what scrub wattles do. They rot down and then they snap off, they break off, because that's like paper, because they grow at these horrible angles. I'm going to take you up over there in a second and show you a prime example of a couple that have got to come down, because they are really dangerous. Okay, so this is a scrub wattle, and you can see how it's growing out, and it's towards the sun, it's towards the east, so it does that. But this top branch here, you can see that the outer bark is broken. It's only got the heartwood left, which means that that top branch is dead. So now we have a dead branch, a limb I should say, not a branch, a limb, and we have this poor base here trying to hold up tons of overhang. And next door we have the same thing going on. It's the same butt, but it's growing at an angle and it's leaning upon another one. And now we have two together with these limbs overhanging towards the east and north, and they have got tons of weight in them, literally tons of weight. And the end result for this is going to be me with a chainsaw, and I'll take these down, I'll harvest these logs, and I'll put them in the ravine I'm about to show you. Positively, absolutely dangerous. Anytime these will come crashing down, and if you're in the area, you will be killed. Like Jess there, she's walking right underneath it at the moment. But there's no wind, so it probably won't come down right this minute. Come on Jess, let's go. Come on, let's go. It's getting back from that a little bit. You can see the danger in that. It's growing literally at 45 degrees out from the base, and that's what they do. Horrible things. Death. Absolute death, those trees. And the other thing, they grow from the roots, they grow from seed, and the weeds that they sprout, and they come up by the thousands. They're most prolific propagators. And the bees don't even use them. They don't even go near them. And yes, they have the wattle flower once a year for about a week. But they are so dangerous, they should be classed as a weed, just as lantana is. Okay, let's go to the main ravine. Alright, so we'll cross this ravine. This is probably This creek is probably the main creek. So we'll just go up the bank here. That's a couple along over there. I will push them over into the ravine. Okay, so we'll walk down from here. I've still got to do some repairs to this road here, or track. It's impassable at the moment. What I have to do is I have to fill in this hole and where the water's been rushing down this roadway, and level the rest back out. Still very moist. The water's still running out of that bank there. I won't be able to do it yet, so at least starts to dry up. So in this ravine, it's still one that leads into the second dam. We've got all these rocks through here, and if you go back to the flood videos, you'll see that this is where I tried to cross, and it was rather dangerous. This is the problem. This is the roadway running up to the house. And here we have this hole, and that there is an old tree stump that they pushed into here, and you can see where the base of it there is in the bank there, but this was all buried. So what I'm going to do is cut them wattles down, and I'm going to throw them wattles into the base here and then bury them with that rock there. Okay, so I've actually jumped into the hole here. There I am. So I've literally jumped into the hole. This tree's literally 2 foot diameter, and you can see this bank. There's different layers here, sedimentary, where you can see that it's been filled, clay down there, dirt. It's been filled over the years. But this is a lot of area in here. This is massive, and this will take more than I can probably manage, but I have to get rid of those scrub wattles up there. So I'll bring the trunks down and I'll load the trunks into here, and then I'll backfill it with some dirt. So this is my biggest problem on the property, this one here, and it's going to take a lot of work to get this back. And even filling it with logs is not the best way, because the logs break down in time and get smaller and smaller, and I'll have to keep an eye on this and backfill it. But at least if we get some more heavy rain, the logs are probably not going to wash out, because I'm going to get some of these boulders and stick on top of the logs to stop them from being washed away. Looks like the tree up there, it needs to come down. All the bloody scrub wattle. It'll either get cut down or chopped down. But anyway, thanks for coming along and seeing the ravines. These ravines are on the eastern side of the house. Mount Wolvi is in that direction, and this is just a great access road from behind the house up into this pasture, both for the cattle and for me when I'm out killing lantana, which I do a fair bit of. So in behind here you can see the lantana die back here, and over there's some more scrub wattles that have come down. They're all scrub wattles. They just rot off and break and fall down. But what happens is once you kill the woody weeds, as in lantana, tobacco bush, devil's tomato, all those things, it does allow this grass here to take over. And the grass quickly comes back underneath where the lantana dies, because the sun allows light into the area. So that's what I'm aiming for, is to hold the banks back with the grass rather than lantana. But this is lovely the way it changes. You having a drink, Jessica? Having a drink, Bubs? So that tree there is the beautiful trees on the property. That's an ash. I thought it was crow's ash, but they tell me it's another type of ash. But, we have a number of those. There's another one just down the ravine a little bit further, you can see. I leave those. I want those to grow, because at some point in 50 years' time, that'll be a marketable piece of timber used for furniture, I'd imagine. Anyway, thanks for coming along, guys, and welcome to my hole in the ground. It's amazing the power of water. Truly amazing. Anyway, catch you on the next one.